windows fell off the windows. First time I had it on a window, not a good idea. So I repositioned it, and here we go. Hopefully, YouTube will process this one for me, because I didn't violate any of their policy last live I did, but it wouldn't process, and it was like a very long time. And, I just deleted it, but I had to delete the last one that I started with my phone, like I said. But 2023 Kenworth W990 Cummins, Allison tranny, tri-axle. I like driving these trucks probably more than anything I ever did in my life, and I did a lot. 54, and have a little bit of life experience, and have a little bit of experience with God. Used to be a minister for a while, preacher, and when I learned that religion turned Christianity into a business, I stopped messing with organized religion, unfortunately. And I went where God called me. He called me here, and YouTube is the church the platform that He gives me to share my love for Him and what He's done for me in my life. And so that's what I do. And I'm flattered that I have 14,461 subscribers, and that means the world to me. And so far, since I started my journey with Facebook and YouTube, we have baptized 24 souls, and that is something that I am eternally grateful for. I feel like if God took me home right now, then my life would be worth it, because I always said to myself, if I could help bring one person to accept Christ in my life, then my whole life would be worth it. And God blessed me with the opportunity, and I was able to baptize 24 people, and I know every one of their names, and I am so grateful. And if you are interested in learning more about Jesus, I suggest starting in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John on the New Testament. That's where you learn about Jesus, because if you start in the Old Testament, there's 66 different books in the Bible, 40 different authors, and don't turn. So I suggest that if you want to learn about Jesus, or drop me an email. My email is in my description on my YouTube page, and if you're interested, I love to share Jesus with everybody. That's my mission down here. Besides trying to provide for, make a living for myself, I share Jesus with everybody. Watch how people, I don't know if this is going to be an indicator of how four-wheelers are, but a lot of times people don't let us in, and it's hard to get these things going, and I got a truck coming and I can't get over. Thank you, buddy. That's a professional driver right there. He didn't want me to lose momentum, so he pulled over for me. He didn't have to do that. Thank you, sir. Much obliged. Appreciate it. And I was gonna, put some music on. I got a kick-ass stereo in here, and Kenworth does a good job with the radio and the speakers, but I know as soon as I turn the music on, my video is gonna get flagged because copyright issues. So got to be careful, and I try to follow rules on YouTube as much as I possibly can. So sorry about no music, but just hear me yapping. But I'm looking forward to tonight, getting some sleep and some dinner. A long day. We've been at it since 6 a.m. And I'm gonna let that. I enjoy driving these trucks thoroughly, but it's also at the same time very dangerous. I do not want to hurt nobody, and I got this super trucker coming up on my ass, and I don't know why he's flying up behind me like that. There's nowhere to go, dude. CRST, guys. So how you doing today, my one viewer at the moment? This morning I had 29, man. I was all excited about it. Went from 1 to 0 a million times, and then it went all the way up to 29 people. Woohoo! I can't see comments, obviously, guys. I don't watch that thing when I'm driving. Once in a while I glance at it, but we are on 81 South, heading towards Staunton, Virginia. And why this guy is 10 feet my ass. Dude, really? Bro, why don't you back up a little bit? I can't go nowhere, dude. Look at this dude. Oh, what are you doing, bro? What the fuck you doing? Fuck off my ass. I got cars in front of me, butthead. Excuse my language, guys. What the fuck am I doing? Idiot towelhead. What I deal with, man. Idiots from other countries, illegal immigrants getting their CDLs in California and killing people because they drive like idiots, like the dude right there. Literally 3 feet off my ass. Going 60 miles an hour on the highway. And he's putting his hand up to me like I got somewhere to go. Like I can go anywhere, bud. The stress level in these things is immense. There's more, it seems like in Virginia on 81, honestly, there's more trucks, semis, and triaxles and trailers than any other. You see more of those, you can see in front of me, guys. There's more of those on the road right now than there are four-wheelers. Tennessee's even worse. Tractor trailers everywhere. And I usually don't cuss, but man, somebody puts my life in danger like that. If I have a blowout, he's 3 feet off my bumper and I'm going 60 miles an hour, guys, it's not going to be good. Especially if my rubber goes under his tires and gets him loose. I mean, a lot can happen. It's going to happen behind me, but I don't want nobody to get injured or killed or hurt. I do as much as I can to keep safe on these roads, stay far back, and you know, everything I can do to make it safe for everybody else. And that's the difference between somebody who's professional and not, because I care more about other people's safety on these roads than myself. I go out of my way to be safe. You see these videos on YouTube. Man, that guy that did that out in Florida, Fort Pierce, did that U-turn. We all know that's a no-no. That's one of the first things they teach you in CDL school. No U-turns on the highway, especially on a highway. No U-turns anywhere, but especially on a highway. They make them brakes in the highways down in Florida for emergency vehicles, and it's the biggest no-no in trucking. 3 people died because of it. And yes, I think he should do life in prison. Anybody seen that video? That guy had no expression on his face when those 3 people met their end in his trailer. He had no expression. And then he's also a guy that went over a wooden bridge that was rated for 6 tons with a semi loaded, and the bridge collapsed. And he still had his CDL. He's an illegal immigrant. I don't have anything against illegal immigrants. Well, I only say that because recently I've met some of them that have been here, and a lot of them are here to really change their lives and try and help their families out where they're from. And I understand that. And this country is a melting pot, but I also know that you really gotta, if you let one in, you let them all in, it's all bad. And so we got criminals in this country, illegal criminals, and it's all bad, man. But I'm torn in the middle because a lot of them are good people. The ones that are, you know, gangbangers and an MS-13 and all that, yeah, they need to go. But there are a lot of them, and I feel for them, I do. They just came here to try and better their lives, and I know I've seen that firsthand, and it is a sad situation, but I understand. I understand what Trump's doing, I understand it all, and I used to fully agree with getting them all out of here, and now I changed my tune on that a little bit because I've seen some of them, met some of them firsthand, and there's a lot of them that are decent people. They're just hard workers, and so we'll keep on praying for everybody on this whole planet, this whole ball of rock floating in nothingness that we live on. We're blessed to get this planet to live on, our Heavenly Father, that's for sure. Because I've seen this whole country and some of the world, and it's beautiful, I can say that. And it's all perception. It's how we see life. And I look for the beauty instead of the darkness that I used to walk in for many years of my life. I've struggled for many, many, many years with afflictions, and I have my own demons that I had to battle. I still battle on a daily basis, like we all do. But with Christ, we can do all things because He strengthens us. Philippians 4:13, guys. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And I believe that, and I know that in my heart. And I've finally internalized the fact that I am a true child of God. I know who I am. I know who I belong to. I know where I'm going. I know it. And I take comfort in that. And I hope you do too. I don't tailgate like them guys do. If I'm going 60 mile an hour and I'm loaded, it's going to take me a quarter mile to stop this thing. And if he's loaded and he's 3 feet off my bumper and I get a blowout, he can't stop. He's coming right into the back of me, and it's all bad. So that's why I get a little frustrated with it, because these guys don't realize any one of us can have a blowout at any time. A lot of weight. This is a little nerve-wracking here, because if this guy drifts over and I'm trying to pass him, I'm going into the freaking barrier. So you can tell why we get a little uptight. And it gets easier as you get experience and you're in the seat for, hours and hours and hours. You tend to get comfortable, and that's a bad thing in these trucks. You can never really get comfortable. Always got to stay on your game, and I try to. But back to Jesus. My channel's all about Jesus. Thank you for being here. I don't know how many people are on, or if anybody's watching right now, but it's all about Jesus, guys. The time is at hand. We are in the beginning of the last days for sure. I'm not saying that, it's going to all end, but we're in the book of Revelations as we speak, living in it. And I know this. And it is time for all of us to really try and get right with our Creator, our Heavenly Father, because this could all end real fast. And actually, very short drive. That's right, we're close. We're here I appreciate you guys tuning in. And it's about time for me to go get some din-din. What y'all having for dinner? I think I'm gonna get me I'm gonna get me an MTO from Sheets. I think. I know it's not very nutritious, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Man, gotta eat. I got no girlfriend, no woman waiting for me anywhere to cook me dinner. I've had a bad run of luck with women in my life, and just worried about my pocket paper and get my life back on track. And that's what I'm in the process of doing, is kind of straightening everything out financially, because I was in a hole for about 3 months before I got this job, and Woodrow Wilson Highway. Did I tell you? I've been through mad different phases, like mazes, to find my way. But now I know that happy days are not far away. If I'm strong enough, I live long enough to see my kid doing something more constructive with the times than bids. I know, because I've been there. Now I'm in here. Sit back and look at what it took for me to get here. First came the drama with my mama. She get on some fly. I split and said that I'ma be that seed that doesn't need much to succeed. Strapped with mad greed and a heart that doesn't bleed. Ready for the world, or at least I thought I was back in when I caught up. I was just thinking about how short I was. Yeah, I know. I'm not a rapper. I like the lyrics of the words to that one. That was DMX, may he rest in peace. Slipping, my favorite songs. He was a man after God's own heart, but Satan attacked him relentlessly. And as he does me, as he does all of us chosen ones. Satan will not leave us alone because he wants us to turn from God. So we get attacked, and God gives his toughest soldiers the hardest battles, and that's why we go through so much. Because suffering refines us, it purifies us, it takes out the impurities, like gold going through a smelt in a furnace. It takes all the impurities out of us. We draw closer to God through our suffering. To live is to suffer, to survive is to find meaning in the suffering. And I rejoice in my trials and tribulations because that's where I learn the most. And that's a blessing, and that is a beautiful thing. And I am so grateful that God saw me through all that darkness that I put myself in. He turned all that bad that I chose it. God didn't cause any of it. He gave us free will, and we get to do whatever we want to do. And I chose to walk in that darkness, and he turned it around and made it good for me. And home sweet home. We're at the red roof up here, and there's my trailer. We got two trailers, two sets of equipment, and I'm glad we made it back in one piece. That was a short trip. I thought it was 50 miles. We came from the plant, which was halfway, so it was only 22. But thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it, and so much for being on my channel. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you, and I hope you guys subscribe, like, please drop a comment. I'm a lonely guy. I'm on the road all the time. I don't have anybody waiting for me at home. So thank you, God bless you. Bye.